What up, family? Get on this report of Mary-20 MARY-MACK-U-LE. Today is Sexy Saturday in my city, Chicago. August the 7th, 2021. I'd like to talk about Alcoholics Anonymous, AA. You know, AA has a branch of different groups. You got CA for Cocaine Anonymous, PA for Prostitution Anonymous, NA for Narcotics Anonymous. You know, you got GA for Gamblers Anonymous. You know, they probably got a pedophile anonymous group. I don't know. But AA is the main branch. You understand what I'm saying? And, you know, the main, it's the root. You understand what I'm saying? The rest are, the branches or whatever and stuff. Now, I want to kind of like bring some closure to all this AA anonymity stuff, because, everybody love to say, anonymity, is the focal point of Alcoholics Anonymous, and it's a secret society and all that. It was only secret because I didn't know what they was doing to me as far as trying to railroad me and build up their, gang banging meetings. That's all it was. They was trying to build up their gang banging meetings, and they used or camouflage, my Alcoholics Anonymous, or I should say my dope rap that I wrote back in the day and stuff. Now, it had to be between 88 and 89. When I wrote the dope rap. I'm just trying to, clarify some things because, I didn't keep, dates and times and all that like these people did. You understand? So I know they know for sure, but I go by songs and movies and things of that nature. So I was with my ex-girlfriend, Donna Marie Evans, and they got a song by the DYKE called Who's Holding Donna Now? And that came out in 1985. So I was with her, in 1985. Yes, so, but I met her, I believe, about 1985. Okay, but long story short. So that's how I calculate my my writings, the most important ones that I can, remember. Otherwise, it's trolls doing the work for me, and I hope they doing a good job or whatever. But anyway, the movie My Name is Bill W. with James Woods came out in 1989. So I know they copied me. So it had to come out between 88 and 89, or definitely 89. You understand what I'm saying? Because it just had to. I said I wrote it, my dope rap, in the 90s. I never said 91, 92, but 89, 90, close enough, right? So, that was my way of calculating when I wrote my dope rap. Okay, so trying to clarify some stuff. Now, they say you're not supposed to, break anonymity, but they made a whole movie, My Name is Bill W., talking about Alcoholics Anonymous. You can Google it right now, James Woods. I didn't get to Alcoholics Anonymous until 1996. Now, if Alcoholics Anonymous was up and running, and my drug addiction, when I was smoking Primos, is not too far from the Evans Club in my city, Chicago. The Evans Club is right off of 75th and King Drive. I was on living 75th and King Drive. And my ex-girlfriend, Donna Marie Evans, at the time, was staying, in Hyde Park. And she could have been, look, Mary, why don't you just go to, the Evans Club. Evidently, it wasn't up and running. You understand what I'm saying? So they had to try to figure some stuff out. And I went to stay with her in, 1995. And, at this time, I was giving my story to OPRAH again for a second time. I gave it to her the first time in 1984 at the age of 17. My child abuse rap and a whole bunch of other stuff, like schoolwork and stuff. I was trying to impress her and stuff. I was young and, impressionable or whatever and stuff. You could have told me anything, but not today. You understand? So OPRAH didn't get back with me in 1984, other than a copy letter with her signature talking about, if we decide to use you. And they did. They came out with The Color Purple based on my story or whatever, child abuse rap, And then I gave her my story to the sound of music in 1995 on 3 cassette tapes. My voice added to it. And, you know, they knew for sure, but they couldn't put a face other than the pictures that I sent to her. And how I know she got it, because she used my story in one of her, you know, up and coming shows when she was a part of the Oprah Winfrey show in Chicago. It's no longer up and running because they trying to discredit me and act like this is just, you know, blah, blah, blah. But anyway, I know she got my stuff because she sent my pictures back. They were the only ones that I had. You understand what I'm saying? And she sent them back. And that's how I know she got my story. And like I said, you know, she used my, you know, a lot of the ideas that I had, you know, gave to her on, you know, cassette tapes and whatever else I had given to her. But because they wanted me to seem crazy, of course, you know, as always, like Jesus, they try to discredit me. And they end up putting me on the psych ward in 1995. And they backdated the paperwork to make it seem like I was on the psych ward before I gave Oprah my story in 1995. And because my higher power knew I wasn't crazy, but they had doped me up with a bunch of drugs, and I wasn't even drinking drugs and smoking or fornicating. When I went, I was a month sober. Real talk. You understand what I'm saying? Even though my ex-girlfriend, Donna Marie Evans, was trying to make me more of a drug addict than I was before I moved in 1995. My higher power gave me enough sense to stop for about a month, and I started writing my book, Award to Stay / Coming Out Hard. And because, you know, they made it some kind of way with her son, Mario Durrell Evans, you know, acted a fool, police was called, and next thing I know, she wasn't there, but I ended up going to John Madden psych ward and stuff in 1995, and they pushed drugs in me and stuff, even though they knew I was sober. They gave me something called Hell Dog, and I was out for like 3 days and stuff, and I woke up with my face in a plate of spaghetti. And that was the first thing that my ex-girlfriend, the Italian stallion, the banker, the real estate agent, the prostitute, the drug addict, gangbanger, Donna Marie Evans, Mario Durrell Evans' mother, made for me was some spaghetti, you know, when I was with her. So why would I wake up with my face in a plate of spaghetti, you know, on the psych ward if she wasn't behind it? You understand what I'm saying? Never eat no one's spaghetti, y'all, for real. Real fucking talk, nasty bitch. And she also asked if she can urinate on me. And there's a video out there, and I'm standing up and I'm butt naked. She wanted to exploit me. And I knew I was in a compromising position, and I had limited resources, and I had to do what I had to do, right? So I kind of stood up naked, but you could see my backside, but I turned like this to let people know, you know, I ain't down with this, but I got to do what I got to do, right? Just like I'm not down with staying in this building, 6210 South Kimbark Avenue, Chicago, Illinois, 60637, apartment 308. But I'm in a compromising position, and they made my resources so limited because they have stolen all of my resources, me being the originator of rap ever since the age of 8 in 1975. See, they only get with the ones that's worth the most. Like people say, you don't choose them, they choose you. And she did. Donna Marie Evans tapped me on the shoulder, and my niece, Juanita Nelson, is a witness, you know, and say, hey, check this out, and gave me her phone number. And I was sick and tired of being with my so-called family, that I was looking for a way out, but I didn't think it was going to be from the frying pan into the oven. You understand what I'm saying? Real talk. But nevertheless, I maintained, I grew up, and I kept fighting the devils, and, you know, and they kept coming at me, and I'm thinking I'm getting better and better, and they put me in AA after, you know, 1995 or whatever. And, you know, I did service work, and I came up with the dope rap and stuff, you know, that helped get Donna Marie Evans sober, because she was, you know, she snorted cocaine, and she drank so much that she would throw up. The police let her go and everything. You understand what I'm saying? She was plugged. You understand? That's what they call it, plugged. You understand? And I hope she put the plug in the jug, though, for real. But my dope rap, you know what I'm saying, got her sober, because I thought about her son at the time, who was, you know, 5 years old. And I was like, you know, I didn't want him to be a foster child, because I know how that works. You understand what I'm saying? Real talk. You just go here, there, and everywhere. So I was a blessing, but they bit the hand that fed them, and, you know, they wanted to be me so much that they took me out my own story and replace them selves. You understand what I'm saying? And I can't even go to an AA meeting. You know, the mustard seed railroaded me out of there for the second time, May 8th of 2016. And, you know, recently in 2018, they had a problem. And I was like, you know, well, forget it, you know, because they say, okay, you can come back. But they also say, you know, you can't turn nobody away and stuff. You know, all you need is a desire to, you know, stop drinking, drugging, and smoking and stuff. But because they're so intimidated by me and they know what they have done to me, left me for dead and all that, you know, they can't stand the sight of me. And just like in this building, you know, they know they doing wrong and they know they hear what they hear and they probably watching right now because the cameras outside of my door was not here when I first got here. And I know they watching me. And I let them know all the time. That's an invasion of privacy. You understand what I'm saying? Real talk. That was not there. So they are fixated on me for some reason, you know, because I told them in 1995, if you don't read me carefully, you're going to wish you had her, because I ain't the one to play with. Even when I joke, I'm not joking, and they know that for sure. But for some reason, they trying to, you know, ditch me like in a prison or a psych ward, and they can't keep me long enough. You know why? Because I'm not crazy. You understand what I'm saying? They left me for dead in 2016 because this guy named Paris and shit told me he was homeless, and I guess, you know, he made a deal with the devil and, you know, railroaded me out my own AA meetings. You're not supposed to be able to do that. You understand what I'm saying? It's in the fucking AA big book. You can't do that. If I'm not harming anyone or anything, you're not supposed to even tell people, you're not supposed to break my anonymity. So let's get back to the anonymity part. They broke it in 1989 with the movie My Name is Bill W. You understand what I'm saying? So how in the hell you gonna tell me that I did something wrong? So it's all about that money I generated. See, I get less than $800 a month. I can't do shit with that. I can't move. I can't move on up like the Jeffersons. You understand what I'm saying? So they keep you at a bare minimum. They like drug dealers up in this motherfucking shit. They start you off, and then you know, you gotta keep waiting, or, you know, yeah, it's control, and you'll never get it out of me. I've been raising myself, like I said, since the age of 6 in 1973, and I raised a lot of them motherfuckers that's trying to control me. Imagine that. So, to AA real members and stuff, don't give all your secrets out. They say you need to tell people. Don't tell them shit. Just show the fuck up. Listen. Stay sober. Pray. Don't accumulate too much of anything. If you do, make sure it's some shit that they ain't gonna want. You understand what I'm saying? Because all they do is railroad you, take your merchandise and, you know, sell it or kill you. You know, if you got something that they want, a nice family, a girlfriend, you know, they become jealous. They wish you well and hope you fail. Now, I'm not going to say AA doesn't still work for me, because it do. As long as they owe me, I'll never be broke. But not only that, you know, I'm still sober after all the bullshit they have sent me through. You know, even in 2016 when they railroaded me, said it was trespass and put me on the psych ward and dumped drugs into me again, you know, once a month for 6 months, sometimes twice a month, just to experiment on the 19 years of sobriety that I had at the time, and that I still have, plus more. You understand what I'm saying? Over 20 years. I'm not letting no devil stop me. You know what I'm saying? I don't drink, drug, smoke, or fornicate, and I appreciate that. I love how it rolls off my mouth. You understand what I'm saying? Because I'm the only person looking out for me, man, my higher power. And the ones who dog me out, that's y'all motherfucking fault. I just seen somebody at a thrift store, a Goodwill store. She broke my anonymity. Hey, Mary, I don't mind telling you, my name is Mary-Lee, -20 Mary-Lee, your ghetto news reporter and originator rap. But she wasn't supposed to do that, and she did it all loud. And then, you know, when I got to the counter, I was like, hey, I got these dollar glasses. You want to pay for these? You understand what I'm saying? She acted like she didn't know me, which means I wasn't even worth $1, but she broke my anonymity. You understand what I'm saying? They always want to seem like they're better and you're beneath them. And I never liked that person anyway, and I'm not going to break her anonymity. I'm going to let you know. Say fuck up out my business. With that, this is going to pull a Mary.